Victor Ray. Woo! Woo! Harmonies.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's pretty good.
Thank you for making my dream come true. Thank you also for joining me in the Reprezent studio.
Thank you for having me.
Absolute pleasure. It's an honour. No pun intended. Normally people crack that joke to me, but that's okay. I just felt in the mood today.
I was going to, but you went there first. So,
Okay,
yeah.
great. Is your real name Victor Ray?
No, kind of.
Because victory. Has anyone ever joined those dots before?
That's what I was thinking when I was 14.
Really?
Yeah.
That's why it's Victor Ray.
Yeah, a little bit. It's a mix of things. It's like the back half of my last name ends with Ray.
Okay.
I was also a huge Usher fan growing up.
Raymond.
So I started calling myself Victor Raymond, and then I saw like just victory. Like I was writing down my last name starts with a Y, Victor.Y, victory, Victor Ray.
There it is.
All the dots were there.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how did you feel about the Super Bowl performance?
Oh my God.
Big dream come true.
It was like, he was just so good, and it's like my whole childhood in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
No, honestly, that's how I felt. Because he Usher and his music was a pillar of my childhood. And I'm just like, it is. It's like watching your formative years just condensed.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, well, Victor Ray, I mean, declare and establish. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, speak it into existence.
This is it.
I would say you're on a bit of a victory streak, if you ask me.
I think so. Something like that.
I feel like your whole music career, from an outsider's perspective, has seemingly just exploded. So can you take me through the process of singing, because you sing on the street and you're singing in public, which is so bold and brave.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I don't think I could do that. I could break dance, maybe start a flash mob, but to get up there and just start singing, wild.
Wild.
It's wild. So then it just started blowing up on social media, right?
Yeah, so it was like 2021 that I like started posting videos of me busking onto like TikTok, Instagram, and all of these things. And that summer, like they just started to go viral. Views started racking up. But I had been busking since 2018. Like,
wow.
Yeah, and in Newcastle, I'm from Newcastle. I started busking there, saved up some money, moved to London, kept busking. I did the weddings and the pubs and the bars and all of these things. And I've been writing since then as well. So yeah, the last year and a bit have kind of stuff started happening. But I mean, I'm glad people think it's an overnight success. I mean,
the virality of music because of social media is just so interesting. But what was it like in 2018 to wake up and look yourself in the mirror and be like, right, Vic, I mean, I don't know if you speak to yourself like that, Vic, I'm gonna busk today. Like like that is really, that's a confidence climb, you know? What was the first time that you busked like?
Oh, it was not good. You know what? I had a great time, but it was definitely like I had like a really small electric guitar amp and I plugged my mic into it and it sounded awful. But like I had a few friends with me and I'd always seen people doing it, and I was working at a go-karting place at the time and I was just not having fun.
No.
And I went out and I just sang for like 3 hours and I was like, this is amazing. I just made like £30 and I was like, wow, I could just keep doing this.
Wow, it's kind of like an in real life live stream.
Yeah, something like that.
I suppose anything live in real life.
It's kind of just like live.
It's like a live stream. It's just live, really. No, I really admire it. I think it's so fascinating. So you'd actually make good money from it.
I made enough. I made enough to not be homeless. Not enough to really live a life of luxury.
That's so, I mean, we just entered a recession, so do what you got to do.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I've been prepared. If all else fails, I'm going right back to it full time.
Because you've had some phenomenal collaborations and people come and join you. You said, hey, I don't want to go on the stage. Come into my world.
This is it.
Mr. Teddy Swims.
Yeah.
And you're in Piccadilly Circus. How was that?
That was pretty mad and pretty random. But like he was kind of a fan. I think he'd seen my stuff about and he was in London for a bit and we met. And then first thing that happened is we just sang his new song. That's amazing. And I was just there like listening to him like, what is going on?
Wow.
He's so good. But he's such a nice guy. He actually invited me down. He did a little secret show that night. He invited me down there and I sang with him again.
Gosh, you just can't stop.
Just can't stop. I'm trying to get everyone to come down though.
I mean, who would be like the ultimate?
Okay, so if we're being realistic.
No.
Okay.
No. Dream out loud.
Okay, Adele. Who else would I want to come down? Stormzy.
Yeah.
All of these people.
Usher. Could you imagine? Usher in Piccadilly Circus with Victor Ray. Usher, if you're watching this right now, I used to be a salesperson. I can pitch it. Usher, this will be better than the Super Bowl. London needs it. It's a need. We're in a recession.
Get your roller skates.
Yeah.
Come on down.
Yeah, you could just whack out in the middle of flippers.
All of it.
Oh, we can make this happen afterwards. Life's just a big game of squares, and you've just got to join the dots.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was poetic.
But thank you. You can put it in one of your... That's your next opening line when you pass. So from busking to stages, I mean, live performance, you could just do that with your eyes closed then at this point.
Yeah, I've had a bit of practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. So what about live shows for the rest of this year?
I want to do loads, basically. I'm doing a Europe tour in March.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm going to a few places around. And then I'm doing another London show in May. Then I want to do another tour around the end of the year. Yeah, just a bunch of touring.
When I say booked, you say busy. Booked.
Busy.
Are you playing anywhere in Europe that you've never been before?
I did a European tour last year, towards the end of last year. So I'm playing a couple of those spots again. I'm going to Switzerland for the first time, doing a festival called MJF. That's pretty cool.
MJF Switzerland.
MJF Switzerland.
Get yourself down to the Lindt factory. Lindt chocolate. Do you like chocolate?
Oh, yeah.
It's actually phenomenal. I went for the first time last year. Beautifully done.
Okay.
First of all, they have the world's biggest chocolate fountain.
Really?
And you can smell that from down the street. I
Wow.
said, which way is it? Hold on. Do you smell that? Aroma in the air? Follow the scent. Assuming that COVID hasn't messed it up for you.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
We're good.
That's a real thing.
I know.
My dad can't smell.
Yeah, that's a tragedy.
Yeah, I said, Dad, what's that smell? What are you cooking? He was like, I can't smell anything.
Who's cooking?
It was the dog. Just kidding. He was just frying some eggs. Hey, Switzerland, that'll be fun.
That will be a good time.
That'll be amazing. And so, in terms of new music coming this year, have you got anything dropping?
I've got a lot dropping.
Because you released a song earlier.
Yes.
This year. Earlier. Just a couple minutes ago. That is a beautiful song. Comfortable.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my first song of the year, and that's from my my upcoming EP. And I want to drop 2 EPs this year. So
wow.
Around, maybe like 7 more songs or something like that.
Okay, nice.
We'll see what happens.
What's the name of that upcoming EP?
It's called I Tried.
Oh, bless you.
I know.
Why? Tried to do what?
Well, you're going to find out. My first EP was called I Was. My second one was called I Felt. And this next one's called I Tried. And it's a quadrilogy. Is that a word?
Oh, no, but I like it.
Yeah, we'll make it one.
Quadrilogy.
Yeah.
A sequence of 4.
Yes.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
It might be a word. I don't know. I'm not the dictionary.
We'll go with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of like just telling my story up until now before things get out of control and very busy.
Right. This is the fourth in this?
This will be Comfortable's the first single of the 3rd EP.
Okay, and then, so this 3rd EP, what part of the story have you really honed in on?
Kind of, when we say I Tried, it's kind of me, a lot of it's relationship heavy. Comfortable, obviously, it's kind of an aggressive song, but also quite soft at parts. It's kind of about, taking responsibility for the fact that sometimes I maybe seek out toxic situations and things like this, and maybe just as people we do, in relationships especially. So I'm going to be talking about these kind of things a lot, and just like trying to figure out, love and life, relationships with people, family. Yeah.
No, it's hard. It is. A lot of us are addicted to chaos.
A little bit.
It's hard to break those patterns.
A lot of us are just like scared to be lonely as well.
Oh,
so
true.
It's like I'd rather just feel miserable, but with someone else.
Absolutely. Misery loves company.
Exactly.
I saw that in a cracker on a pillow. I don't know. I heard it and I saw it somewhere.
Yeah.
It's somewhere. It's true though. It's true. And you have to stand on your own 2 feet. The 4th EP of the story is later this year.
Yes.
So we're expecting an EP sandwich from you this year.
Something like that.
EP squared. That's so exciting. And when it comes to writing your songs, typically how do you approach it?
Usually, like my first instrument is a guitar. So it used to be I'd grab the guitar, play some chords, and just see what melodies come and just throw words in there and just see what happens. I've started producing a lot as well.
Wow.
So it's kind of like I mix it up. Sometimes I'm in rooms with other people, other producers and writers, just talented people really. And then maybe we'll get a beat together, or maybe we'll put some chords down. But it's usually the same thing. I usually like writing the song in that space of time that I'm in. Sometimes I come in and I've been thinking about stuff. I've jotted stuff down on my phone. But yeah, I quite like it, the spontaneity of it all.
And when you produce, what software do you use?
Logic Pro.
Logic, classic, Logic Pro.
Chaos.
It is chaos, but it's a fave.
It's a fave.
It's a classic.
And it's also the only one I know how to use.
I kid you not, one time I was in an airport, I was in LAX, and I was flying to Nashville, and this gentleman starts walking towards me, and I'm sat at a gate, and we'd been delayed, deplaned, it was all a bit sort of up in the air. And I'd not spoken to anybody.
Right.
And he's walking towards me with a laptop open. And I'm thinking, is he going to walk past me, or is he he's walking towards me. And he was wearing a jumper, and it said, "Cowboys make better lovers." And he sat down next to me, and he just went, "I'm going to play this." And just hit spacebar. There it was. Logic file was open. He's playing me sort of like a country trap beat. And I just sort of panicked in the moment, and I thought, I'm just going to pretend that I don't speak English. So I just was like, oh,
no.
Lo siento, no inglés. I kid you not, that really happened to me. It was wild. It was,
at LAX?
Yeah. And I was just like, I could see though, because I know what those Logic files look like. And I'm like, this guy is really pitching his beats to me in the airport.
He could just tell.
Listen, the hustle's real. There's you on the street with a guitar. There's him in the airport with his beats.
Do what you've got to do.
Honestly.
Opportunity will find you anywhere. Even at LAX. Come on now.
Anything can happen. No, that's crazy. Well, thank you so much for joining me on the show. I've really enjoyed talking to you. I'm so excited for your EP, Sandwich.
Thank you.
I'm expecting you to go to the Lindt Chocolate Factory.
You know what? Now I'm going to have to.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to have to.
I can't wait for your debrief. And I'm so excited for all the music that you'll kind of drop this year.
Thank you. Hopefully, it's good.
It will pop off.
I hope.
And if not, call me for a flash mob.
I'll say no more. I'll bring you to Piccadilly Circus. It'll be a good time.
Honestly, that's what. Thank you, Victor.
Oh, no worries.